Okay, 25 seconds in. Thought I'd give it a little bit of time for people to start coming into the chat. We're going to be reacting to the Carabao Cup second round live draw as and when it comes through. So the Leicester game has just finished. Cardiff have just gone through on penalties. As far as I know, Wimbledon have beaten Coventry. 2 late goals when they were 1-0 down. I believe Leeds beat Shrewsbury, Bristol City have won as well. So some potentially good sort of local away days away nights, should we call it, that we could potentially look forward to. Cardiff are the obvious choice, but Bristol City could be a good one, really local. You get a lot of people there. But as we know, these streams aren't always for Newport County fans. So are your club in the draw? Are you a big club supporter and you're waiting for the third round before you get into this competition? A lot of League Two teams getting through. So let's see what this draw brings up. I believe it's fully national now. The one team that everybody will want is Chelsea. They're going to be coming along into this draw because they're not in Europe this season. But there's a lot of big clubs. I mean, the likes of Leicester. Leicester just went through. Leeds are still in it as well. So if you're not looking as far as the Premier League, there's still some big clubs outside the Premier League in this competition. So let's see what it brings about. So we got a few of you in. I'm not seeing anything on the chat yet. I'm not sure because this is. Hold on a minute. Okay. Now this has changed since I've last done it. Okay, so I've just basically put live chat on you now. So anyone who puts anything in, it should pop up. But I hope it does at least anyway, because I want to respond to everybody who takes the time to pop something in on the chat. And for those of you watching and your Newport County supporters, any super chats that we get on this stream tonight, we are going to donate to the player fund. That's a new thing that I wanted to throw into it. So tell you what, right, if there's anybody in here that could just quickly throw something into the chat for me, that would be great, because I want to make sure it's working. Just a little thumbs up or a hi, something like that. I'd certainly like to see if it's working. So not a lot to go off of if I haven't got anything to respond to, guys. But they're interviewing the Leicester players now after their win at Burton. They won 2-0, and I believe the draw is scheduled to take place at around about 10:15. I hope they factored in the additional added time that'll be thrown into this. But yeah, Michael Brighton's talking at the moment. It's just gone 10 o'clock, and for those of you in the chat, I mean, I'd still like to see a message put in. Obviously, I've got the camera in a certain way, so it does me on landscape. But if you are there and you are listening and you can hear me, can someone pop a chat? Now, I'm seeing a photo here that has been sent to me. Let's have a quick look. Just at me days. But if someone could throw a chat, any chat, someone just throw a chat in, just so I can see that the chat is working. I mean, if someone has, and you have me on Facebook, let me know that you've thrown something in and it's just me not seeing it, because I do like responding to chats on you. I've got like a little bubble there to say welcome to live chat. So I'd imagine it should be showing me chats if they put in. There we go. Paul O'Donovan, greetings from Ireland. Well, Irish brother, how's it going, Paul? How are you doing? So who's your team? Are you? Oh, we got a Doncaster fan. Oh, we're looking forward to bringing you guys down on Saturday. Are you making the trip yourself? I can point you in the direction of the good pubs and the good eateries and stuff like that. What's that? All Welsh clubs in the bay or in the hat? Freaking autocorrect, eh? So, oh yeah, all Welsh clubs. I'd rather not see Wrexham in it. I don't like Wrexham. I don't want any success at all for them. But any other Welsh team, yeah. I mean, I want all the Welsh teams in the hat, because a nice local away day for us would be obviously away to Cardiff or away to Swansea. Evening, Kieran, how are we? We got a Swansea fan in here as well. Greetings to my Jack friend there. So yeah, a good mix of supporters here. I mean, I'm quite intrigued to see if Mr. O'Donovan from Ireland is a fan of a British club, or are you a fan of an Irish club, or are you the obvious choice of Celtic, maybe? It'd be nice to know who you support, mate. So our Doncaster fan, unfortunately, I'm not there. I'm commentating on Bury versus Chatterton at Gig Lane. I already ticked off Rodney Parade, and it's a decent stadium. Well, I mean, it serves a purpose for us. The location is possibly the best thing about Rodney Parade, is because it's so close to the city centre, you know. But anyway, for those of you joining me tonight, thank you for tuning in. So basically, I am going to be reacting to the draw. I've got it on Sky here. I can't show you the draw. I've tried doing that in the past, and we actually had our monetization switched off for a certain amount of time. So yeah, I can't do that again. So Sharon Williams, hi. Can't be nice Cardiff win, as I'm a Newport fan. But if we draw them away, or even at home, if we draw them, then it will be worthwhile. I mean, so they're doing the North first. I'm not sure. Does it not go national now in the second round? I'd like to think it will, because obviously the possibilities of drawing certain teams will be in there. If it is North and South, I think a lot of the teams in the South are qualified League Two and League One. So I'd rather not. I'd rather avoid League One and League Two teams unless it's a big League One club. We'll see then. My favourite commentator right here, Wrexham will struggle without Mullin. To be honest with you, Mullin's a great player, but at the level that he's currently at, he was a great League Two striker. He's obviously going to be a great. He's obviously going to be a great non-league striker, taking the jump down after being top scorer in League Two. But to be honest with you, I want to see him play at a higher level to see if he is all that, because he failed at League One when he was with Tranmere. So you know, I don't get the hype around him. There's only a hype around him because of the hype around Wrexham. It's as simple as that. Right, Mr. O'Donovan, holidays in Cardiff in September, going to Newport games. Good man. Well, make sure you come beyond the dugouts in the Hazel Terrace. It'd be good to shake your hand and say hello. Right, okay, so we got a Crystal Palace. Yeah, I like Palace. They got great fans, to be fair. You know, great home atmosphere. You know, I mean, I always like a home crowd that can generate a great atmosphere, because it's so easy to do when you're away. Because you know you've got that we're outnumbered kind of mentality, so you got to sing that bit later. Whether you're at home, you get a bit complacent, or you get like your regular boring lot will turn up and just basically stand there when everyone else is trying to make a noise. And you know, it kind of breaks the atmosphere down if there's too many people not singing along. But all right, let's see who else we got in here. Right, so there's a few of you in. Let's get some likes. We've only got 11 watching, 4 likes. Let's get some more likes on the go. Let's get some more thumbs up. That would certainly help our channel here. What do you think about the first game of the season? What for Newport? Well, I didn't go to the first game. I decided to be the good husband and help the wife out with her business stall that she had. She booked it well before the fixture lists came out, so you know, can't blame her for that. But it was nice to avoid the 3-0 defeat, to be honest with you, and travel all the way up there. Although there's a great chippy in Accrington that I like to go whenever we played them away in the past. So I was a bit gutted I missed out on that. But overall, yeah, you know, I'm glad I missed it. But you know, it's the first game of the season I've missed since 2009. So yeah. On that aspect, I wasn't too pleased about it. But for those joining the stream now, thanks for joining us. We're going to have a nice little footy chat now until the draw's made. They're playing some highlights from the Leicester and Burton game. Leicester won that 2-0. They'll be in the draw. 460 plus of acronym for you. Fair play, good luck. Yeah. I thought our away support typically is pretty damn good, and I think, well, when you compare percentages of away fans to what you get at home, that percentage we're usually quite high on in comparison to a lot of clubs. But yeah, well, what we could do is have a few more coming at home games. To be honest with you, let's see. I mean, I remember over Spitty Park years ago, and we were getting just over 1,000 home fans, and now, we're getting close to 4,000. So our support is growing, which is great. So what we got now? Rico the drummer. How's it going, Rico lad? You okay? Jamie Preston is in. Nice to see you too, Jamie. So we're quite dominating. We're quite dominated with. I mean, it said the draw is starting here. Is it on? Let me just make sure I'm on the right frigging channel now. No, no, I don't think it's starting. I've got it live on the TV here now. So let me just make sure I haven't done anything wrong here. No, no. Supposed to be following the draw starting at about quarter past. It's meant to be about quarter past, and it's just around about 10 past. So it's not quite starting yet, I don't think. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining. It's the first live stream I've done in a long time. I thought, look, we got a nice draw here. We got an opportunity to get Cardiff away. It'd be great to capture that on a live stream, wouldn't it? If we got a nice big draw. Yeah, I got your message earlier, Rico. Unfortunately, our drummer boy is not going to be drumming for us. I mean, it's on Sky Sports Football, a main event. Right, okay, yeah. I'm on Sky Sports Football at the moment, so yeah, so I'm on Sky Sports Football at the moment, and it's just going through some of the highlights of the Burton and Leicester game at the moment. Yeah, side note, we're just under 60 subscribers away from 5,000, and that's a milestone I've been looking for quite a while. So if you guys in here now could help us with, promoting the channel to friends, family, and stuff like that, let's get some more subscribers tonight. If we can get 5,000 by the weekend, I'll be a happy guy. Let's just put it that way. Should be more chances to draw rival clubs with the new North-South format. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out. I know it's definitely for the first round. I think it is. It was for the second round last year, so we'll see. We'll see. But either way, we could draw Chelsea, we could draw Cardiff, we could draw Swansea. There's three big dream draws for us, for Newport fans. Is Blackpool in the draw? That's from Callum. I don't know, to be honest with you. Did Blackpool go through? I mean, are you a trolling Preston fan, and did they lose or something? Palace away would be smashing, yeah. It'd be good to try and rival their home support, although I don't believe their home support would be as vocal for a small club like ours turning up there as what would be for a Premier League game, of course, But Cardiff away, please. Yeah, that's got to be the dream, really, isn't it? We got come on Wrexham. Are you actually a Wrexham fan, or are you, just trolling me because I don't like them? Second rain Pompey game. Yeah, so second rain last season was Pompey. So you're actually a Wrexham fan, right? Okay. Are you one of the decent Wrexham fans, or are you one of the arseholes who support Wrexham? Yeah, I've met quite a lot of arseholes who support Wrexham, although I am personal friends with the bootlegger, and he is a bloody good guy. I also know Tim Williams, and he's a bloody good guy as well. So the people in Wrexham I have got a lot of respect and time for. There are some that I just haven't. Ryan Reynolds, although got to be fair, I like the fact he's doing things for Wales, not just Wrexham. So I'd certainly give him a lot of praise for doing that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. But it's just difficult to see Wrexham at the centre of that, because I'm really not a fan of them. But nothing against you, Sona Snipes. I hope I said that right. Nothing against you personally, just football rivalry. That's just how it's going to go, So Callum, no, I'm a non-trolling Blackpool fan. Beat Derby 2-0. Right, okay, so you will be in the draw then, okay? You will be in the draw, but it looks as though it's going to be a north and south divide draw. So did Preston make their way through? Because I'd be looking out for them to see if you draw them. Sharon wants Swansea. Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, Swansea's an hour away, great stadium. We take a lot of people. That would be great. Cardiff would be the dream, I think. And I think there's a lot of the older fans would love Cardiff away. If it's at home and it's a big enough game to get us on TV, then financially that would be good for us as well. I suppose. I mean, if we were to get someone like if we were to get someone like Chelsea, that would be almost guaranteed to be on TV, us versus Chelsea. Right, so Coming up next after the break, we are getting the draw. Sharon, you threw me then when you said the draw was starting. Yeah, so Kieran won't be able to make it to the next game either way, so you just hope you progress to the next round. Right, okay, well, there we go. How do we watch it? Is it on ITV? So the draw is actually on Sky, so if you haven't got Sky, I will basically tell you as and when the teams are drawn out, who gets who. I can't stream it. I think I even had a bit of trouble putting the sound on before, so I'm going to have to leave the sound off and I'm going to tell you who draws who on this stream. So you can sit here and listen to me talk a lot of shite about football if you want, and especially shite about Newport County. You know, and in the meantime, the draw will come up at some point. You know, and all these draws, they never start on time, do they? But feel free to throw in some questions or make some comments or whatever, guys. You know, that would be great. You know, some stuff to respond to. And, you know, if you're not a Newport fan, who do you support? Are you still in the draw yourself? I mean, feel free, drop anything you want into the comments. And for those of you watching now, and if you're a Newport fan, or even if you're not and you're feeling generous, any super chats we will be donating to the player fund. So if you do have a couple of spare quid and you know, you don't want to go through the GoFundMe, or you don't want to do a bank transfer or anything like that, but you can go through your Google Play and pop a quick fiver in or something like that, or whatever you've got, feel free to drop something in, and it will go straight through the player fund. Right then, so what we got? So a lot of people are asking for score predictions on Saturday. Now, I haven't had the chance to see Doncaster, so it's difficult to make a prediction on what we're going to do against Doncaster. So the resident Donny fans who are in here at the moment, for those of you who have seen your team play so far this season, are you looking good? Which end of the table do you think you're going to be at? I mean, there's a lot of speculation that the fact that we may be in a relegation fight, but after what we watched last night, if that's the kind of effort levels that we're looking at, if that's the kind of quality of play that we're going to be looking at for the season, I think we're going to do all right, you know. So how much is the player fund currently on? Well, some of the businesses in Newport started jumping on, and Sarah and Vac, fair play to them, put £5,000 in. Absolutely phenomenal, that is. Unbelievable. So I believe that takes us just shy of around about 20 grand, which, considering it's only a couple of weeks old, that's absolutely superb. Right, so Doncaster, so Unknown Mods 15 reckons a 3-1 win to Doncaster on the weekend. Well, that's the thing, it's such an unknown at this part of the season, you know. I mean, if we play like we did last night, you're not going to find it easy, I know that much. If we got players back from injury, we're going to play a stronger team as well than what we had last night. So, you know, after what I saw last night, if we can have that level of performance, I'd back us at home against anyone. But, you know, let's see. So last season's home result against Donny was a dull 1-0 loss. It was cold. It was a better game. I'd say we win 2-1. Yeah. Fair assessment. But then even if Doncaster come down thinking, you know, that they've got a very good chance of winning the game, you know, I mean, you're not going to follow your team all the way from Yorkshire all the way down to South Wales, you know, and expect to lose. You know, you're going to come down hopeful that you're going to win. So you beat Hull 2. Oh, yeah. So a Yorkshire derby there then, yeah. So, yeah, well done on that victory. That's obviously a good result. Well done. So, okay, so the break is over now. And it looks as though we're going to be pressing on for the draw now, hopefully. Like I said, these things never start on time. They always have to play out the theatrics on the TV, don't they, for great deals of time. I don't know why. Right, so you was there for the 2-1 win against Hull. Yeah, I bet you must have enjoyed that, mate. And I certainly enjoyed what I watched last night with Newport against Charlton. But for those of you joining us tonight, obviously we've got a few of you in now. Yeah, I'm going to be giving you the draw as and when it happens. I mean, if you haven't got Sky TV, this is the place to be. You can watch me talk a lot of shit. I mean, I know my face is not the best thing to look at, but oh, hey, feel free to do that on the screen if you need to, or I could just do that. I mean, you know, I think you probably prefer that. But if my face ain't too bad to you, then then we can do this. Happy days. But yeah, I will be bringing you the draw live. I'm not going to do the sound. I'd usually do the same, but I'm going to play it safe this time. I'm not going to do the sound. I certainly can't turn you round and put it on the screen for you. But as and when a team is drawn, I will tell you who it is and who they get, of course. So quite a few of you are coming into the chat now. Thanks for joining us this evening. So I've got Sky TV, but I'd rather watch TAF. Yeah, I don't know where to take that one, mate. I mean, I should be flattered, but I don't know if you're being ironic or something. No. Thanks for joining, mate. Thanks for joining. I mean, yeah, you too, Rico. Thanks for joining, guys. Look, it's great to have you guys in. I have missed doing these live streams. Life takes over sometimes, and I can't commit to doing it, every Sunday like I used to. But yes, Max, how's it going, mate? Okay. Yeah, so look, let's get some more thumbs up, guys. We've got 14 likes, but there's a lot more in the chat than that. So let's get some thumbs up. If you're not subscribers of the channel, please feel free to subscribe. We've got some great content on here. I mean, it's mainly Falklands by Newport County, but there's plenty of neutral comment on here. So yeah, I mean, if you can get involved with the channel, every little helps with us. We have a monetized channel, so any interaction you give financially benefits us. So thank you, all of you, for supporting the channel. How do I think Arsenal will do this season? I think Arsenal spent well, although I will never get the David Raya. I'll never forget. I'll never understand the David Raya transfer, spending that kind of money on another goalkeeper when you've got Ramsdale. I think Ramsdale's a top quality goalkeeper. I think he'll still be your number one. Or if he's not, I don't think David Raya is of the right quality. I think Ramsdale tips David Raya for number one spot at Arsenal. Declan Rice will help that midfield absolutely 100%, but is he ready to step up into a bigger club? Now, there's one thing being a big fish in a smaller pond at the likes of West Ham, but I don't know. Will he step up to being, part of a bigger pond? That I don't know. But what I know is he is a quality player, and yeah, I think he's more than capable of doing that. So Declan Rice could make a massive difference to Arsenal, but spent quite a lot of money on that goalkeeper when I think it should have been put into a goal scorer. I think that's where Arsenal need to improve, because I think Liverpool are going to hit back very, very hard next season. Man City are obviously going to be fantastic, as they always are. And yeah, so I think the draw's about to start now. I think they're gonna drop their balls. I know their balls are already dropped in the big pot thing. Hello, Jerome. How's it going, mate? You okay? What a quality guy. For those of you who don't know Jerome, he's one of our friends from Jena. We met these guys when we went over there, and then they came over to us for friendly matches. So Jerome, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. So our draw is all right. So it's the North. It looks like they're doing the North first. So for any Northerners in here, we'll be doing your lot first. So Everton are in this draw. So Doncaster fans, if you're still there, Everton could be a good one for you. That could be a good day out for you. Right, so Kieran, what are we saying? I know you're going to hate this question, Taff, but do you think Everton survive? Because you're an Everton fan. Yeah, I think they will. I think Everton will be fine. I think they'll learn some lessons from last season, and yeah, I think they'll be okay. So I think for the North draw, the first ball is about to come out, and that ball, I don't know if you know your numbers, but I'll say the numbers first. It's 20, and it's Tranmere. So Tranmere have got a home draw. And Tranmere will be playing, and it's Martin O'Neill as well. Wes Morgan and Martin O'Neill, two lesser legends, of course. So number's 23. And that means Tranmere against Leicester. Ooh. So the two Leicester legends are smirking because they've drawn Leicester away, tricky away tie to Tranmere. Interesting. So I don't know what the number is. Is it 16? 16. So that's Salford. Salford got the home draw. You know, if it's Wrexham, then it's guaranteed to be on TV, because it's always one or the other. We know that's pretty much how it's going to be. And what's he got? 24. Who's that then? Leeds. Ooh, that's a Manchester versus Leeds tie, that is. Tell you what, Salford will be well up for that one. They'll be massively, massively up for that. Leeds will as well. So, who we got now? Number 9 is Harrogate. There we go. Doncaster fans, here's a Yorkshire derby for you. Although that'll be a tough game though, won't it? Away to Harrogate for a cup game. What we got? Number 1. Who's number 1? That's Blackburn. I tell you what, that's a great draw for Harrogate, mind. That they'll enjoy that. Harrogate versus Blackburn. Harrogate will enjoy that game. I doubt they'll win, mind you, but they'll enjoy it. 19s, that's Stoke. Stoke City have got a home draw, and who are they playing? I know Port Vale got... Did Port Vale get knocked out? Because that's who you look for, straight up. 15. Rotherham. Yeah, so an all-championship game there. That'll probably be a Stoke win, I think. I don't know. I think Martin O'Neill's starting to lose his marbles. He's actually trying to have a conversation with the balls that he's putting out. So Wes Morgan has pulled out another ball now, and he's brought out number 22, and that's Wrexham are at home. Here's the big TV draw for this round. Irrespective of who they're playing, it's going to be Wrexham. And number 4, that is Bradford. Wrexham Bradford, that's going to be on TV. Simple. As simple as that, even though they're both in the same division. They're going to put Wrexham on TV. You just know it. Number 7 is the next one. So, Donny, there you go. You're at home. You're at home, my friends. Home. And you will be playing against number 8, Everton. I mentioned that, didn't I? Everton being a good draw for you when you got them. That's possibly the biggest team in the draw. I mean, any resident Everton fans, you'd be happy with that because you'd see that as a very winnable. So Bolton are the next team out. Bolton at home. Bolton against number 12. Who's that? That's Middlesbrough. It is an interesting game. That would have been an old school Premier League tie, that. So Port Vale, also they were in the draw. I was looking for them, rightly so as well. So they're at home. Who will they be playing? Number 6, that's Crewe. Ooh, they're quite close together. They are. That's actually quite a close encounter, that. Port Vale versus Crewe. The next ball out is Nottingham Forest. Ooh, forgot about them. Bloody hell. Who will they be playing? Did Notts County make it through? No, they got Burnley. Nottingham Forest versus Burnley, all Premier League tie. I hate them in this, obviously later on you'd expect them, but in just a second round when the Premier League teams are just coming in. So Sheffield Wednesday is the next team out, by the way. Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United. That's who you'd be looking for. Mansfield, Sheffield Wednesday versus Mansfield. That's a good day out for the Mansfield lot. Oh, Nigel Clough's there now. He's their manager, and he's obviously given his thumbs up of approval. They'll make a bit of money on that because they'll probably have a pretty big crowd. So Wolves are at home. Fear for Wolves this season. I've always quite liked Wolves. They are at home to Blackpool. Who was asking about Blackpool? We had a Blackpool fan in. Wolves away. Do you fancy that one? A tough one, but yeah. Who's the next? Sheffield United. Sheffield United at home, so we got 2 ties in Sheffield. Obviously, they'll be played on different nights. Lincoln. Any Lincoln fans in? Well, what do you think of that for an away day? That's a very good one, that one is. And I think that's the North draw concluded now. So what we call in the standout one there. Salford and Leeds is an interesting one. I'm not bothered about Wrexham because they didn't get a big team. But Everton at Doncaster, that could be a candidate for TV, potentially. Who else? I mean, Forest and Burnley is an all Premier League tie. Like Port Vale and Crewe are relatively close to each other. So Sheffield Wednesday, Mansfield, that's a good night out for some Mansfield fans as well. So Lincoln fans getting to go to Sheffield as well. That's not a million miles away for them. So yeah, Quite an interesting draw, that. The Cup doesn't get as much attention as it probably should do, because it could potentially be a nice big, a nice big thing. Oh, Tottenham are in this. I forgot about Tottenham. Bloody hell. You've got Tottenham and Chelsea in this. Crystal Palace, Fulham. We knocked Luton out last season. They're in this draw now as well. Bournemouth are in it. Birmingham. There's no Aston Villa because they made it to Europe. I think they're the big club numbers. I think Newport were number 10. I think I saw the club put that out earlier today. So 21. What we got? Bristol City. There could be an interesting one. I think 24. Bristol City against QPR or Norwich. I think they must be playing tomorrow. Oh, I'd always fancy us at home. So if we get a home draw, you always think, yeah, next one out, number 12, Plymouth. Nah, big nopes. Big nopes on that one. No, I've been to Plymouth too many times anyway. If it was Exeter, it'd be, it wouldn't be so bad, but it'd be a bit of a stretch. But it's not us, it's number 5. Number 5, and that is Crystal Palace. Well, that's a bit of a trek for them, isn't it? From South London all the way down to frigging Plymouth. It's practically Cornwall. 14 is the next ball, and that's Reading. We've done Reading away in this competition. No, I don't fancy that. They only League One there as well. It was not us, it's 23, and it's Ipswich. That's a long trek, that is, Ipswich. I wouldn't have fancied that one anyway. Go on, Wes, what have you got? 13 is Portsmouth. No, done Portsmouth 4 times, don't fancy going there. Might be a bit too far for me on a school night as well. What we got? Peterborough, and that's another trek one as well. So Cardiff are still in it, Swansea are still in it, Chelsea are still in it, Tottenham are still in it with us. So it's getting nicely narrowed down. Number 9, Luton. Yeah, if we can avoid this one, big notes on this one. Really don't fancy them. Even though they're Premier League now, I really don't fancy it. What we got? Gillingham. So we're avoiding the other League Two, one of the other League Two clubs now as well. So that's a good draw, that is. Gillingham's not too far away from Luton. I don't think it is anyway. Kent to North London. So 17, Swansea. Here we go. Number 10. Come on, Martin O'Neill. What we got? Number 1, Bournemouth. So Swansea versus Bournemouth. So Cardiff are still there. Tottenham are still there. Chelsea are still there. Come on. Did you say number 10? No, number 7, he said. Fulham away. Could be a nice away day. No, I don't think it's us. Number 18, that's Tottenham. Oh, they've taken Tottenham. Right. It's another old Premier League thing, and it's what we got? Number 6, Exeter. Well, I don't fancy them, I really don't fancy them. Really don't fancy Exeter. 15. There we go. Not us. Stevenage. Oh, that's another one that we wouldn't have wanted either. Oh, we got a super chat. MH, thank you ever so much, mate. That's £15.71 that's been translated to. But where are we now? Wickham. No, avoid. Big time avoid. But don't take out the big ones either. I'm asking for too much here. And I don't think it's us. Yeah, Sutton. That's another one we wanted to avoid. So it's looking really promising now, this draw. Really promising. MH, thank you again, mate. What we got? Number 2, Birmingham. Yeah, it's not too far away. No, it's not us. Number 22, and that is, it's taking Cardiff out. The dream is dead, guys, but there's still Chelsea in this draw, and there's still us. What we got? Number 10, we're at home. Home draw. Who we got? Chelsea. TV. That's going to be the one. What have we got, Martin O'Neill? What have we got for us? Brentford. Oh, Brentford. That could be TV. That really could be TV, That's a good one. That's really good, I'm really happy with that. Brentford at home. So Chelsea are at home. Chelsea are at home against, who's the team that's left? Number 20, and that's AFC Wimbledon. Oh, wow. Oh, that's going to be on TV for sure, really, isn't it? AFC Wimbledon at Chelsea. AFC Wimbledon. Wow. Absolutely wow. I'm happy for AFC Wimbledon, and I know an AFC Wimbledon fan who also likes Chelsea. That's got to be a dream draw for him. So, yeah, he's going to enjoy that. But Brentford at home, that puts us in with a very, very good shot of having a TV game. And I tell you what, if they put Wrexham versus Bradford on instead of us versus Brentford, I think I'll kick off. I think I'll kick off. Although Chelsea and Wimbledon could be a shape for it, but us at home to a good Premier League team in Brentford, that's an incredible draw. I think for this competition at this stage, I think at home we got to be happy with that, guys, haven't we? I mean, what Newport fans have we got in here? So MH, you hate Thomas Frank, so there you go. You can come and stand next to me as we hurl abuse at him because we stand right behind his dugout. Absolutely perfect. And yeah, banana skin. We could be the banana skin. So MH, £15.71. That there will be getting donated to the player fund. I can promise you that. Thank you very much for your super chat. Anybody else want to pop in any super chats yourselves before I end the stream? I'm going to be giving you another 10 minutes. We can have a little bit of a reaction together about the draw and what you think. I've told you what I think. I think it's a great draw for us. It puts us in a very good opportunity to have a TV game. And at the moment, we need that kind of money. We really do. Will it sell out? I don't know if it'll sell out, but we'll get a big crowd, and it's because it's a cup game. It's it's all fresh ticket. There's no season tickets involved with that. So how much have we raised? So far, we on this chat have raised £15.71. As the Amber Army, as the group, we donated £250 ourselves into the player fund. And now there's a minimum of £15.71 that we will be donating to that player fund now on the back of this. So Kieran's gutted that he's not going to be able to go, but don't worry, if it's on TV, at least you'll get to watch it live. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Really, really happy. You've seen some of the teams in that draw. I mean, teams that we don't particularly like, places we've been before, like the likes of Exeter. There was Stevenage in there. There was AFC Wimbledon, Sutton. Places where if it was an away day, it would have been a miserable one. It wouldn't have been a motivator for the players. At home, under the lights at Ronnie Parade, against a Premier League team, we know how special those nights can be. I know Southampton 8-0 was horrible, but it's a home draw. We will get a big bumper Brentford away crowd. They'll probably sell their allocation, to be honest. I mean, from West London to Newport is around about 2 hours. So I think 2 hours, if they're going to be getting home sort of midnight-ish, there'll be plenty of people that might fancy coming up from Brentford. Because they're right on the M4 as well. I mean, it's not as much of a bastard of a journey for them because it's straight onto the M4. Stay on there till you get to Newport, straight off. And who did Blackpool get? Oh, fucking hell, who did Blackpool get? I can't remember what Blackpool got now. I did shout it out. And they're all having a bit of a chinwag there. It's the Leicester loving with Nigel Clough. So, yeah. Can anyone get that information? I can't remember who Blackpool got. I think it at home. I'm quite sure you're at home. If anybody can pull that up for Callum for me and let him know who Blackpool got, that would be great of you. And what are we on now? We're nearly on 40 minutes now. Let's give it till 45. And we'll call time on the stream. But for those of you who've joined the stream, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it. Hope you have too. We got 5 more minutes, so feel free to throw some questions in. If you're on our TikTok, I could really do with some more questions to answer on TAF Answers. For those of you who follow us here on YouTube, we have our Wolves Away Yes, thank you, Kieran. Wolves away. And I think I shouted that out to you as well. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Sorry. Yeah, so yeah, for those of you who watch the YouTube channel, we have got new creators. You probably have noticed. We got Jamie, we got Kieran, and they're both in this chat at the moment. We've got Ollie, who's still with us. So you're getting plenty of different content put through. I hope plenty of you have watched the videos we put out last night following the Charlton game. And if you're not a Newport fan, but you may be interested in some of the videos we put out, there's plenty of neutral ones on here to dive through. So who you got? Wolves away, mate. Wolves away. And I did ask our resident Blackpool fan, who was obviously you, if you fancy that one. So I don't know if you had to put your phone down or your screen down or whatever while the draw was going on, but yeah, you'll be taking on Wolves away. Obviously, for us, the Newport County reaction is great. Wait a minute. So Kieran is saying that we've gained 2 subs this stream. So thank you to our new subs. Massively, massively thankful for that. MH interviews are good players, old and new. Yeah, well, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to bring a few on shortly. In fact, so the last one I did was Labardi. I know Dolan quite well anyway, so I'm hoping to get Matty on the channel at some point. Talk to Matty mainly around his time at Newport, of course, and Mickey I'm quite friendly with as well. So I'm hoping. Yeah, thought as much, Callum. Yeah, so Mickey Dimitri, I'm hoping to get on the channel at some point as well. So they're the two that I'd like to talk to. But Mark O'Brien, positive messages out there, going around and the speaking that he's doing. I'm connected with him on I'm connected with him on LinkedIn. I'm seeing all the stuff that he's doing there, and to be fair to him, he's doing an awful lot. You know, he's made so much positivity out of his situation of having to retire early. I'd imagine he probably may have been still playing now. Yeah, so it's a shame for him, but there we go. Anyway, guys, yeah, we're coming towards the end of the stream now. So any last minute sort of questions you've got, anyone who's got any super chats that they'd like to donate, because it's going to go towards our player fund. You've got 2.5 minutes to do that now. Right, so Callum, sorry mate, I don't quite understand what you've said there. I think you might have mistyped a couple of your words there. Quite rightly, Kieran, yes, Demetrio, what a guy. Yeah, he's absolutely superb. He's a really, really nice bloke as well. I used to bump into him quite a lot in Morrison's, and for me, it's just across the road over there. I used to bump into quite a lot of the players there. I remember bumping into Newbley, and he admitted to me that he'd stay if he just got paid more money. So yeah, okay, so that's what the motivator is. Can't imagine he's on an awful lot now. Where is he? Yeovil, taking a real nosedive, to be fair. Yeah, so sorry, mate. What does that mean? Where I don't know what you mean, mate. Sorry. You had a rumor today that Kavanagh could be coming back on loan. You heard anything? No, nothing about Callum Kavanagh. Although I know Graham Cochran said he'd like Kavanagh and McNeil back. I don't know. Is Kavanagh the goal scorer we need though? Cameron Llewellyn, who did Wimbledon get? Do you genuinely not know Wimbledon got? Because if you don't, then I'm about to make your fucking night if you're a Wimbledon fan. So was it Blackpool had gone then? I wouldn't have thought so. No, I don't think Blackpool had gone. But Cameron, yes, Wimbledon are away to Chelsea. No word of a lie. Absolutely no word of a lie at all. All right, you're a Coventry fan, right? Okay. Yeah, commiserations on that. I was looking at the game when you were 1-0 up. So I wasn't watching the game. Obviously, it wasn't on the TV, but I was looking at the stats of the game on the Sky Sports app, and looked as though you pissed all over them all game. So what happened at the end then? Because I think it was 86th and 92nd minute. I've ruined your night. I was hoping you were a Wimbledon fan, and I would have made your night. Although because Coventry and AFC Wimbledon, although they're relatively close together in the alphabet, you wouldn't have had the same number as Wimbledon. I think Wimbledon were number 1 or something like that, So yeah, I don't think you would have got them. You would have probably ended up getting Luton away or something like that, or Gillingham away, or Sutton away, somewhere shit to go to. So hopefully that may make you feel a little bit better, a little bit. No, I mean, to be honest with you, I think promotion is going to be more your concern this season. I don't think this cup is going to serve much of a purpose for you. So getting 8 of it, I think, could be better for you anyway. So Sharon, Newport visit Brentford. What's your predictions? The thing is, I don't like to make a prediction. I don't like to make a prediction on a game like that because, I mean, the obvious prediction would be that Brentford will come and win, but it's Rodney Parade in a cup game, and plenty of clubs have come to Rodney Parade thinking they're going to win. So I don't know. I mean, the obvious thing is that Brentford are going to come and beat us, but you never know, do you? You never know. So come on. No, I don't know how to pronounce his name right. Is it Gyökeres or something like that? Or I don't know if it's a silent Y and it's Gyökeres. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But yeah, I can understand a player of his caliber. You'd miss him. But to be honest with you, have you replaced him? I don't know what kind of transfer activity you've had. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you got money for him, and whether you've redistributed that money to fill some gaps in other areas of the squad. But hopefully, you've done well with it. Hopefully you've done well with whatever money you got for him. Like I said, I don't know anything about him moving on. All right, now I'm going to turn this TV off because it's about to show Wrexham, and I don't like them very much. So Ellis Sims is a bloody good player, mind. So if you've got him, then that's a hell of a coup, to be fair. So Callum, so I don't know what EWT means. Yeah, so I don't know, mate. I don't know what that means. Sorry. City always awful in the cup games. So was that Coventry City? Kieran, yeah, we mentioned that. He was awful against Leicester. I ain't even joking. He was really bad. He might just be one of those players that's going to take a little bit of time to settle in. I mean, I don't think Ben White had a great debut when he played for us, and now look at him, playing first team for Arsenal. So about 11 million. Yeah, well, no, still quite a lot of money even for the Championship now. Hopefully you've managed to distribute that money well and get some good players. So Sims looks shocking. Mate, honestly, right, some players, they can do. They can do. I mean, I've seen players come to the county and you're looking at them and thinking, who the fuck are you? I mean, we made a major mistake of getting this guy, but he's turned out to be an absolute diamond for us. I've seen plenty of players like that. Who remembers Lucas Leiva at Liverpool, the Brazilian guy? Now, I can remember the majority of his first season, everyone thought he was shit, and look, he became a fantastic player, a real stalwart for Liverpool. So you never know. I mean, some players have got a reputation because they've played well for one club, but they don't necessarily go on and play well anywhere else. I mean, David Bentley, for example, I think he went to Tottenham, he qualified for the Champions League, he danced around Harry Redknapp in his underwear, and then I don't think anyone ever heard of him again, and he ended up having to retire early because he was that bad in the end. But you never know how things are going to go. But I know Ellis Sims has been around a fair bit, and I think for a Championship club, he's a bloody good player. So yeah, let's see. So opinion on Ryan Haynes when he was playing for us. I loved Ryan Haynes. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal. Now Ryan Haynes was brought in to replace a guy called Dan Butler, and Dan Butler for us, right? He wasn't the best defensively, but he's one of those who would get 15 assists a season because his left foot into the box was that good. Now, Ryan Haynes going forward wasn't quite as good as Dan Butler, but he certainly made up for what Dan Butler lacked in defence. So Ryan Haynes was an absolutely great replacement. So he was quality for Cov as well, absolutely unreal. Yeah, I mean, I really liked Ryan Haynes. I was really surprised. Yeah, well, we let him go as well, to be fair. We didn't offer him a contract. We let him go. and he went to Northampton and got promoted, you know, and that was a James Roby decision. That was, funny enough, he lost his job after the first sort of 12 games of the season. So yeah, look, guys, I've overrun this stream a bit. You know, thanks to the Coventry fans for joining us. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. I think there might be some clips of games when you were actually in League Two with us some years back. Yeah, so, and there's plenty of neutral videos as well, you know, there's, you know, compilations and stuff like that. So you know, there's plenty of good stuff to look at. I mean, this is the home of the Conqueror, the Chippies original video as well, you know, with Big Rob. And you know, things like the American soccer fans cringe compilations as well I made on you. So, you know, there's plenty of decent videos for the neutral fan. And yeah, thank you MH again for the super chat. That's £15 going into the player fund at the we'll get that paid probably tomorrow now. We'll probably just bank transfer that straight through to them. Yeah, thank you all very, very much for joining in on the chat. Really enjoyed doing the stream. Hopefully we beat Brentford, so we're in the draw for the next round, and I get to do this all over again. Thank you all. Cheerio for now, good night, and as always, up the county.